Hey guys, Island Turtle here. Welcome to BOMISpirit. So, this is gonna be a love reading. I actually just finished doing a channeled message and also some painting with it. That was new for me to do with you guys. I do that by myself all the time. Um, but I'm glad I did. It was good. It was good. But it was channeled. In accordance to the channel message I put out, right? Because it's part of the same video, same session anyway. But there were some messages that were coming through as I was painting, and there was one about a romantic situation, and I was like, okay, I feel the need to actually do a reading on this. So if you see that video, and you wanted a reading on that and you're resonating with that part of the channeling, this video is for you. And if you have no idea what video I'm talking about and you're just like, I just felt drawn to come here, then welcome. There's probably something in here for you. So let me just kind of relay some things I was already picking up on with this particular connection. And I do want to emphasize this definitely is a romantic situation. And there's a lot of just like beautiful energy there that is a lot of like inner child to inner child energy, which I thought was really nice. I was getting that like one energy, it does feel like a feminine energy. You don't have to be female, but it's like, it's an energy of someone who is very internal right now, or at least like really within themselves, maybe even in their own process. Hi, Bubby. Hi. Hi. Hello. 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 Um, Maybe even deep within their own process. I was getting that this individual actually has or embodies or is integrating. It's more like integrating, getting accepting of like trickster energy. So let me just kind of relay that because that came through as I was getting ready to do this video, and I was like, oh, she was like, this is very interesting. This energy possesses this medicine. And I think like this energy is like learning that or just coming into awareness of that, or again, really integrating it is really what I was feeling, almost like learning how to embody it in a more like higher expression. Now, whether it's trickster, heyoka, sacred clown, these are all kind of kindred medicines off the same off of the same tree, I think is a good way to say that. It's this ability to take chaos and create medicine with it, or even turn things up on their head, turn things inside out, see the good and the bad and the good kind of a thing, and find medicine in that. It's also the medicine of the child in a way. In a way. It's a lot of caveats there, a lot of asterisks in what I'm saying there. The play and the mischief that can come sometimes with Trickster, Heyoka, or Sacred Cloud energy, that is very childlike. The coyotes coming up right now. If you're resonating as this energy in this connection, you may like have seen a lot of coyotes, or like that may be a synchronicity for you, or maybe that's one of your like animal guardians or spirits, etc. The crow, raccoon is another one. There's so many trickster medicines actually in the form of animals. But anyway, that's something I was getting with this particular energy, almost like you have reached a point in your experience where you have accepted this about yourself, or even that like accepted this medicine for what it is and the gift that it is. If this is not a medicine you possess, I think you have actually worked a lot with this kind of medicine, or it found you. It found you and you kind of were forced to kind of work with it, work with chaos. But you have like found the gift in that, in those experiences. That's another way that it was coming through for you. Now, the other person in this connection, thank you. Yeah, this is why it came up in that other channeled message, because the other channel message had to do with Jupiter and Cancer, and they were speaking that with this particular person, the other person in this connection, they're speaking about heart expansion. The other person in this connection is definitely going through a lot with the heart. I'm getting purples and greens, which is kind of cool. It's like giving me a crown heart connection there, a knowing. Thank you. That's what that is. That's why that's coming through. A knowing. The other person's connection has moved into a specific knowing about this connection, or about the other party, the trickster party. I feel like there's a better way to say that. We'll say feminine energy and masculine energy, because it feels like the energy that is going through this knowing or even this heart expansion feels very action oriented, feels very masculine oriented. Again, gender doesn't apply. It's just how it's feeling. That's how the two are dancing at this time. Anyway, the masculine energy, with this heart space, there is a knowing of this connection. There's a knowing of this feminine energy that had trouble landing until now, is what I'm gathering there. There's also more joy. So it's the more this like feminine energy is accepting or integrating these trickster, sacred clown, heyoka medicines and or experiences. It's almost like this feminine energy is able to, I really want to say work with them or like, yeah, work with them. And I feel like it's allowing this energy to get closer to their inner child or be more childlike. And because of that, it's bringing more joy to this masculine energy because it's actually bringing out the child of this masculine energy. Yeah, it's like, yeah, they're saying, yeah, God, I feel like I'm having a hard time articulating this. The other channel message took me like 5 times recording it to get it right. Anyway, coming back full circle, between these two energies, there is a beautiful inner child connection where the inner children get all excited with each other. Even if that's not obvious, I feel like this came up recently. I feel like this came up even before the channel message today. But anyway, it's giving me really strong Six of Cups energy. You don't need to have a history with this person, by the way, for Six of Cups to come out. It's not always about that. But as this feminine energy has embraced, integrated these sacred clown, trickster medicines, blah, 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 there has been an ability for this feminine energy to get more acquainted with their inner child. So the other party, this like more masculine oriented energy, is now becoming more acquainted with their inner child. And then that's also helping the connection between the two. So that being said, let's go ahead and dive in. Yeah, let's dive in. I was debating about angling the camera. I don't know, it took me a while to do this. So we're not gonna, well, I don't know. It's kind of nice when you're doing a romance read, when you're doing like a side by side to see. Okay, we'll do it. We'll angle. We'll angle. Just give me a minute. Gotta angle this back. Let me put that back. Okay. Don't want to upset the Virgos. Okay. I love you, Virgos. So using the animal, wild unknown animal spirit deck first. Let's take a look at the masculine energy first. Put that there. Okay. Got to be careful. For a while, I was having this like right under the monitor and it started melting the frame. So I was like, it's a strong tea light, apparently. Anyway, looking at the masculine energy first. Can I get a card that represents the masculine energy in this connection? The masculine oriented. Ooh, we have bat. Oh, that's right. It would be more helpful for you guys to see it this way, wouldn't it? Okay. So they have bat. We're going to be moving the cards around a bit just to accommodate space. So they have bat. Bat is a transition energy, but it's also about seeing the light in the dark. And there's something about this masculine energy that has come into a recent knowing here that was having trouble landing, is how that really wants to be said. Can I get another? Can I get one more for this masculine energy, please? Ooh, we got the crow, which is funny because sometimes ravens or crows can be acquainted with trickster-like energies, but crow is alchemy. It's alchemy, it's magic, it's the occult. Crow to me is also divine messengers, also protectors as well. Sometimes crow medicine, not pertaining to this deck, but just as a belief, that crow medicine can also be about responsibility to others, and that kind of wants to be spoken on here a little bit. I'm getting a Knight of Pentacles energy. Ooh, with this responsibility, that might be part of the knowing that this person is becoming aware of, that they almost want to be more of a Knight of Pentacles energy, even within this connection. Or they just are that. It just is. So that's interesting. That's interesting. We're going to circle back on that. But let's take a look at the feminine energy here. The one that has been integrating or accepting trickster energies, the gifts of that medicine, understanding that medicine more. Ooh, Phoenix. I love when these bigger badass cards come out. So Phoenix, the root chakra. I keep feeling this particular energy again. This is more the feminine energy here. Gender does not apply. I'm the last time I'm going to say that. Has been going through some sort of integration or acceptance or healing. Phoenix is implying that they are literally rising out of that process. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For some, there's almost a new sense of thank you. They're saying in relation to this like Heyoka, trickster, sacred clown energy. There's a new awareness of self of that because that piece has been accepted and integrated, like even seeing the self differently. Identity has shifted for this person a little bit. Can I get another? Can I get another for the feminine energy, please? Wow, starfish. Okay, someone's attractive right now. Starfish is a captivating energy. Sometimes can speak to superficiality, but I actually am feeling more like whatever this energy is going through. Again, I feel like they're very internal right now, but you know how energy works. When we go really within, we do kind of pull energies towards us, even if we don't exactly want that. I almost want to switch them like this. Sorry, that's just how it wants to be. So it's funny, that actually feels very trickster, doesn't it? Switch it up on you. Anyway, masculine energy, feminine energy, gender doesn't apply. Take what resonates here. Yeah, that feels more accurate to how the energies want to be. That's so funny. So there could also be a turning of the tables happening in this connection, which we got to, again, we have that trickster sacred clown Heyoka medicine, and that's exactly what that medicine will do. That medicine will turn things literally upside down, inside out, 180 on you, so you can see something differently. So you can see something differently. Something has switched between you two. Like literally a yeah, the tables have turned in some way. I don't like saying that phrasing here, because I feel like when we use that term, that terminology, oh, the tables have turned, we say it in like a bad way of like, ooh, someone's gonna get what they deserve, and that's not what's happening here. It's almost like the walking in each other's shoes, maybe. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if you guys just heard that bang. Yeah, I'll take that as confirmation. Um, Yeah, like walking in each other's shoes. Like now the shoe's on the other foot, but it's helping you both have perspective with yourself, but also, of course, with this connection. Yeah, so it's almost like whatever experiences you've had with this person in the past, it's like you both are in the opposite role now. Well, that's very fascinating. You know what? I almost want to get one more for each. Can I get one more on the masculine side with the crow and the bat? The heart chakra. What did I say about the expanded heart? We also have, this is so beautiful. Dolphin and dragonfly. Dragonfly in this deck speaks of shifting perspectives, right? And that's a big thing here. Dolphin is also play, healing, fun. It's kind of that childlike energy, not trickster, but it is that childlike energy that is shared between you two. But the golden egg here, again, really is emphasizing what I was already getting with this person, the masculine energy, that their heart has grown, and so has their joy, and so has their awareness of their own inner child because of whatever this feminine energy has been going through in their own process of, again, integrating and or accepting or healing around trickster sacred clown energy, or even the energy of chaos. Okay, again, seeing the gift that it is. Can I get one more for the feminine, please? Whoa, that was quick. Oh, why does that feel weird? Look at all the oranges on the feminine side too. A lot of sacral energy there. The gazelle feels weird here because I feel like this energy is very internal. But the starfish is saying that people are noticing this energy. The gazelle is even saying that there's an observance that's happening. There's a watching anticipation that's happening. This energy could be anticipating um, what it'll feel like to come out of this process of integration and healing and acceptance. But I'm getting more of the vibe of like this energy is more being watched and observed. Can I get one more on the gazelle for the feminine, please? One more on the gazelle. Ooh, huh. Yeah, I think this energy is being watched because I feel like this energy, again, is very internal, like like very in their own process and only and focused on themselves. These two indicate some sort of anticipation, tension, anxiety, even, and like waiting for something to happen. or keeping your eyes on something. And I don't feel this energy's in that. I think this is more like eyes on this person. Lizard and rabbit are both two cards for overwhelm for me as a reader. Well, since we got a fourth for the feminine, let's get a fourth for the masculine here. Ooh, hold on a second. Oh, this is a nice one. Wolf. Just wanted to like woof, like whisper that. Ooh. Actually, I want to do it like that. Yeah, let's put it like that. So all of these animals could be coming up as synchronicities. I just want to make that clear. But there's something about the wolf and the rabbit that always feels like a special little combination, you know? You even see that in just like media and stories, right? It's like the predator and prey. I'm not saying that's a factor here at all. I just think it's a combination that comes up a lot in the conscious collective, especially in terms of art and media and storytelling. Just feeling the need to mention that. But wolf is a really nice energy here because wolf is about taking your place in your tribe or in your group. What role are you playing? What role are you stepping into? It can be a bit of a leader energy. Sometimes wolf medicine outside the context of this deck can, I work a lot with animal medicines for those who are new. A lot, actually. Anyway, wolf can also be a medicine of student teacher, of when we are the students, sometimes we need to go rogue and go be the lone wolf, and then we come back to the tribe to teach what we've learned and take on a new role, right? I feel like that's really important for this energy over here, for this masculine energy, and they're bringing me back to the Knight of Pentacles. This is somebody who could have a lot of responsibilities. They're correcting me. They like to have a lot of responsibilities. Sorry, that's kind of cracking me up a little bit. They could be an earth sign. Wolf is earth medicine, but like that, they were showing me the Ten of Pentacles. They like responsibility. They like to do things. They like it. It gives them purpose, which makes sense. It's fulfilling for them. I think this is their energy. I gotta be honest. Because I feel like feminine energy here, this integration, healing, all this like stuff, I just feel like there's a lot of eyes on you. There's more eyes on you than you realize for whoever's resonating with this side. This is not your energy. I can tell it's not. You may even make people nervous. Ooh, some of you, that's what's switched here. Some of you may have been nervous around this person in the past, and they were like cool as a cucumber. And some of you, it's almost like some of you, that's the switch, that now they have a lot of nervousness with you and you're cool as a cucumber. That's kind of cute. I can't lie. I love the wolf with the golden egg here too for this energy. Because it gives me someone who leads from the heart. It gives me like that King of Cups energy. Um, mm, Ooh, what's the word for this? Compassionate warrior, divine warrior even, right? Again, someone who leads from the heart, who teaches from the heart, who shares from the heart, who speaks from the heart, who watches over people from the heart. I keep hearing responsibility. Again, they like it. It makes them feel special. And they are. They are. I feel like loyalty is a big thing for this person. It's like, I feel like this person may have a history of like signing themselves up for things that they probably are better off not, just because they do like taking on responsibility. They like being the one that like people may look up to or rely upon because it is fulfilling for them. This may be someone who's of service. I keep getting Virgo vibes or like earth sign vibes. And you, feminine energy over here, I'm not really feeling much else. I just keep feeling like you've been in your process. But eyes have been on you. There's no doubt eyes have been on you. Some of you, thank you, part of your process, okay, because some of you are in different spaces with your process here. Part of your process for some of you has been to face some fears around chaos. That's that trickster sacred clown energy around chaos and not having control. And of course, this could also be in relation to like experiences you've had in the past, right? That may make you kind of anxious. I think you've been dealing with that in your process. Okay, let's get a couple other cards here. Curious what the archetypes have to say about this. Oh, sorry. Banging the microphone. About this little connection over here. Let's get into the feminine energies first. Any messages or insights regarding this feminine energy over here? Oh, baby. So my feminine energies over here, you have completed something. This is like the World card meets the Ten of Swords. The ring in this deck speaks of cycles. Also, the ring as a symbol is like a form of commitment and devotion. And maybe you've actually just like been done with something that you have been committed to. Like Hierophant is coming through quite a bit. But dead end and ring, like cycles and completions and dead end. I don't know what the hell I just said. Dead end is what I tried to say, and I think I said dead twice and then end twice. Oh, this Mercury retrograde. Anyway, it was kind of funny. Um, yeah, there's a massive cycle that you are just done with. And I want to say it's in relation to this like trickster, chaosy, I'll say this, your relationship to chaos, your relationship to trickster energy, your relationship to Heyoka, sacred clown energy. Again, you could be all these things and you're just learning to embody it, but you're done with chaos. You're done with chaos. Very nice. Let's get two for the masculine side here. Sorry, I'm just picking up on things. First of all, getting strong ocean vibes. I don't think this person has water in their chart. They could. They absolutely could. It just feels like they're working with the water element, even if they don't realize it. And I think that's also why, like, the heart space is here. While the heart is more associated with the element of air, water is more sacral oriented. I do feel like they are swelling, like their heart is swelling, right? Again, like more joy, expanded heart. There's a lot of water going on with this person. But I'm also getting strong silent type, which is kind of funny. I don't know why it's making me laugh. Again, I keep feeling this like child to child energy that's really sweet. Um, mm, mm. So whether this is a man or a woman, right? Because it's just energy, masculine energy. I feel like this is someone who strong silent type is just what I keep hearing. It's like their energy is probably very potent. They may, it's weird. I want to say they may even have a strong personality, but they don't show that. Maybe not to you. Some of you may know a side of this person that most people don't see, but it's a more quiet side, which is kind of interesting to me. Because I feel like they have a playfulness about them. I feel like they may even be um, slightly extroverted with most people, but like with you, I just keep getting like a reserved, quiet, almost simmery energy, but their essence is really strong. Like when they're in a room, you know it, you know? Male or female don't matter. Can I get two cards for this masculine energy? Ooh, that's nice. Creator. So they're feeling it's the heart. They're saying it's the heart. It's all about the heart with this person right now. Their heart is growing. Their heart is swelling. That's what they just keep saying. Creator is a card that comes out when something new is like trying to happen or unfold, and it's this new expanded energy in their heart space as a result of connecting with you. Can I get one more for this masculine energy, please? This person may have also started their own new beginning, separate from you. This could be with work or a hobby. I feel like, why do I feel like they've been cultivating that in secret? That's kind of interesting. Um, there's something hush hush about a new beginning that they've had. This feels like it's already happened. Why is it hush hush? There's something about it that's like they either haven't shared it with you or they're just keeping it quiet. Okay. Oh, whatever. Humans are humans. Humans can be weird sometimes like that. There's probably a reason. There's probably a good reason. I feel like this person is very creative. Again, even if they don't make that obvious to people, there's something about this energy, they keep things on the down low, even if again they seem extroverted to some people. I keep getting they don't show the extroverted side to you. It's almost like they like to observe and listen when they're around you for some reason. And I feel like when they're around other people, they're more of an extroverted type. Um, but even with their extrovertedness with others, I'm hearing the nougat of who they are stays behind the chocolate. Okay. I don't know. Again, childlike energy. There's like a playful jokester energy, almost a trickster. Interesting. That kind of plays out here, and spirit's just like speaking through that frequency. Which is kind of funny. This person has layers and layers of chocolate. Maybe they like chocolate. Maybe they are chocolate, if you know what I mean. Maybe you're chocolate. I don't know. I don't know your life, but there's something sweet and funny about that. Anyway, one final card for the masculine side, please, from the masculine energy here. I'm hearing nervous, nervous, nervous. Ooh, mirror. It's always interesting when that comes up in a relationship read. I mean, obviously, you two could mirror each other. Also, with the mirror, we have the moon being referenced here. We have a new moon Leo coming up in a couple days on the 24th. I'm recording this on the 21st, whenever you come across this. But mirrors can also be, mirror medicine is interesting. And I feel like it takes a little bit of mastery to work with mirror medicine. So what I mean by that is like when we work with the mirror, what we're doing, and I don't mean just literally, I also mean energetically, okay? When we work with the mirror, we reflect, we go within, we poke at things, we really look at things. But when we're looking at things, there's illusion and there's truth. And that's where it takes mastery to discern what's illusion and what's truth. The mirror can show you truth, but it can also show you your own illusions and projections. Sometimes it's easy to get lost in mirror medicine. It's like halls of a mentee. If you don't know what that means, that's okay. It's like a hall of mirrors. Think of it that way, right? Because if you get into mirror medicine too much or too long, you just end up seeing all kinds of shit that you don't even actually need to look at, right? The song Mirror by Justin Timberlake could be a thing that's also coming up right now. This person may feel like you are a mirror for them. Again, they're saying it's all about the heart, it's all about the heart, it's all about the heart. It's about the truth. Thank you, Spirit. I'm like, give me more clarification here. However you connect with this person, whatever you have been doing to this person, just by being you, probably, however it has affected their heart space, it's allowed their heart space to grow and have more joy, but through truth, the knowing, there's what they're saying, the knowing, come back to the knowing with this masculine energy. The mirror is showing them truth, but they're only able to do that because of their connection with you. The mirror is showing some sort of truth in their heart space. That's what that's about. That's why it's coming out here. I'm also seeing the moon on the bat too. The full moon Capricorn could have been important. The full moon in Aquarius after the new moon Leo could also be significant. Um, I was getting aqua vibes too when like the sacred clown energy was coming up. And so you may have aqua, they may, or you just could be really feeling the Pluto transit. Could be impacting your chart in a significant way, especially if you have any like 0 to 5 degree fixed placements. Could really be impacting your chart or air placements. Yeah. Can I get a card for the shared connection between the two, please? Wow. Father. Again, responsibility is what I get. I got it. Oh my God. Blech. I speak eloquently. Okay. I was getting responsibility with this person. The father card coming out also indicates that. Father card coming out is also a feeling of protection and safety, providing. I want to get one more for the shared connection. If we get mother or child, I swear. Can I get another for the shared connection, please? Ooh, actually, I like that for this connection. The Bard Oak is one of my portal cards. So, feminine energy, as you are literally being donezo with something major in your life, a major experience, a major lesson, a major whatever in relation to trickster energy or chaos energy, as you're doing that and you are magnetizing people to you, also the attention of this person, again, something between you two has flipped or the roles have reversed in some way, shape, or form for some of you. While you're doing that, this masculine energy, their heart is growing. There's more joy, and their attention is also on you. They've had some sort of recent beginning, and it feels like the shared connection between you two is like literally going through some sort of threshold here. But I want to say with the father card coming out and the way this energy is feeling, it almost feels like they are almost initiating the movement through the threshold. And when I say that too, like threshold portal, it's really just about like taking something into a new experience, right? So this connection is about to go into a whole new experience. Actually, let me get a third card for the shared connection, please. You're about to start relating to each other differently. Can I get a third? A third card for the shared energy, please. Ooh, Siren. Oh, that's beautiful. And we have healer on the bottom as well, which healer is healing energy. I like that Siren's here. Again, also a bit of a playful energy. But Siren comes out when we are being lured, essentially, or seduced or drawn into an experience, a situation that really is for our highest good, in my opinion. Can it be maybe not so much? Yeah. But given all the stuff that's going on in this reading that we've already talked about, this feels very positive to me. It feels like there is just an undeniable natural progression is essentially what I'm seeing. So we have the pulling, the knowing, right? The knowing that's happening on part of this masculine energy. We have this safety and protected energy, almost emperor-like energy that's also anchoring this connection, and then through the threshold into some sort of new way of relating to each other. We already have a new beginning going on this masculine energy side, and the feminine side over here is basically there. They're just at the I think this is more the energy that was coming up, that was at least relating to the collective message I put out about the wondrous world unfolding. I think that's what's happening with the Bardo. All right, one final one, and then we're going to move on to tarot cards. Can you clarify the Bardo, please, about what's moving beyond this threshold, moving into a new experience of relating to each other? Can you give us a little taste as to what's on the other side here of that? Oh, magic. Okay. Oh, we're going to need one more. We gonna need one more, Spirit. They're just kind of emphasizing the moving through the threshold here into a new experience. It feels highly spiritual, though. They're just saying it's gonna be new and different, so you're not really supposed to know. Yeah, let the magic be magical. You're not supposed to know. Okay. All right. That's how we do. That's how we do. All right, let's go ahead and get some tarot cards here. Oh, I just got really dizzy. I want the unicorns. No, I lied. We're going to do Radiant Wise. We're going to do my little pocket tarot just because of the spatial factor here. Okay. 717 on the clock. It caught me, so that may be synchronistic here. 717. Let's look at the masculine side first. Show me the heart space. How is this energy? How is this masculine energy feeling about this connection and about this feminine energy? Again, gender does not apply here. Yeah, if that doesn't say taking action now, I don't know what does. Knight of Swords and Chariot. Like I said, that's kind of what I was feeling anyway. Like they're initiating, pushing this into a new threshold or past a threshold here. Knight of Swords and Chariot says that they are going to communicate about this and really push this forward. We have Gemini Cancer. Someone could be a cusper, not necessarily, but just kind of speaking to like late degrees Gemini, early degree Cancer there. Again, not necessarily, but yeah. Yeah, this person's ready to take things into a new direction with this connection here. What else? What else, Spirit? How else is this masculine energy feeling towards this connection and this person? Oh, that's very interesting. Seven of Wands. That's feeling protective. Yeah, oh God, even with like the, you know what? Yeah, even with the Knight of Swords. So Chariot is actually the Emperor card. The Emperor sits in the Chariot and drives the Chariot forward. Knight of Swords, also very masculine just because it is also Gemini, but the Knight of Swords does not mince words. They act and they act now and they act fast and they're doing it now. Right? Some of you guys, this could be playing out anywhere between 7 days and 7 weeks. Take that for what you will, or something with that timeline is significant here for you. Again, take that as you will. It doesn't have to be, but Seven of Wands and the Chariot is also the seven. Wands are pretty quick. Wands is like, can be like days, while swords can be weeks, right? So just, again, take it as you will. But there's a lot of I'm ready, I want, I need now, 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 now. There's a lot of seriousness here. Like this person's very serious in what moves they want to make here. They're very serious. Mars Leo coming up as well. What's coming with the Seven of Wands? Can you tell me about what the Seven of Wands being here? Seven of Wands is also standing up for your own victories, standing up for and protecting what's yours. Again, I feel like that's how they feel about you. Feminine energies. I say you because most people who watch me are feminine energies. But I know we got some masculines up in here. Welcome. Tell me more about the Seven of Wands energy here. Yep, there it is. Protecting the victory of the Six of Wands. What's theirs? They feel this connection. It's theirs. And it's not, I don't want to say this, it's not controlling. It's not controlling. It just, again, the knowing, they're saying because they know, their heart knows, they know. They just know. It's like there's a responsibility in this connection, but it's one that they want. It's one that they want. Between the Seven of Wands and the Six of Wands, there's an Ace of Wands there. So again, highly motivated, using their fire, their passion, their sense of purpose and fulfillment to protect what's theirs. Can I get one more with the Seven of Wands and the Six? Yeah, they mean businessman. They really do. They mean business. Maybe they're a businessman. They don't have to be. Again, I feel this person's more artsy though. They could have a day job for the bills and still be artsy. One more for the Seven of Wands and the Six of Wands, please. Oh, I kind of love it's the cup and not the wand because Ace of Cups is emotion. It's the heart, it's the soul. Look at that. I mean, how beautiful is that? um, so it's making me giggle. A few things with this. A few things with this. Um, Winning the heart is a phrase that's coming through. This person may already feel like you have their heart, even if they've never said it to you. They may want to lay claim to yours. There's a lot of language here of like, this is mine, or this is what I want. This is mine. This is mine. It's like, but again, it's not controlling, and like it's not giving me the ick. It's just very much like they just know. They just know, and it makes them happy, right? Expanded joy. But yeah, this feels like they want to lay claim to your heart. And again, not in an ick way. I know that. I know how it sounds. I know how it sounds. I know how it sounds. I'm telling you how it feels. If it felt icky, I would tell you instantly. Trust me. Trust. I would. Sorry, I'm trying to straighten this shit out. Give me a second. Okay. So that's their emotions. Let's look at the feminine. How's this feminine energy feeling towards this connection and this masculine? Ooh, the moon. The moon can be emotions, psychic energy, fears, secrets. Again, I feel like this feminine energy is like so in their own process. The moon coming out almost feels like that. Like they don't even really know because they're focused on themselves. Why is the moon here for the emotional space? Oh, Two of Wands and the Eight of Swords. Yeah, this is interesting. So this feminine energy doesn't know how to feel. Because Eight of Swords says that it's almost like they've actually been keeping themselves kind of closed here. Um, mm, they've been keeping themselves kind of closed. Two of Wands implies making some sort of choice or decision. I don't think this feminine energy has made a choice. And I don't think the choice even has to do with this connection. There's something about this choice that has to do with them, has to do with the feminine energy in their own life. Yeah, I feel like this feminine energy has had, again, they're focused on themselves. They haven't been focused on this connection. Um, Again, this may be where the tables have turned. I'm almost getting it's like the Eight of Swords is saying they don't want to go there because they have some other decision in their own life they need to make that doesn't have to do with this connection. But there's also something too about like, yeah, I don't really want to go there. I don't really want to think about that right now. And maybe there is something a little crunchy or painful or uncomfortable for this feminine to, in terms of focusing on this connection. They're just focused on themselves right now. Anything else, it'll refocus. For how this feminine energy feels towards this masculine and towards this connection. Yeah, I'm getting something about like standoffish. That feels historical. That feels like the feminine energy is being a little standoffish with this connection because, again, they've been so focused from what we've already gathered. But I also feel like something has happened in their own history with this person or not that has made them not so quick to just give energy. Yeah, not so quick to give energy. Wow. So for the feminine in the emotional space here regarding this connection, we have death and strength. Yeah, this feminine energy has, I really want to say, moved into a new, right, sense of self, a new state of self where they feel more balanced, but they also feel less fragmented. And they may actually feel more confident and stronger. But again, I keep getting self-focused. Death is implying a massive shift that they have been going through, which we already knew has been happening, right? With the ring and the dead end, it's like some sort of massive endings of cycles have been happening for this feminine energy. But I feel like the strength card is really showing what has been birthed or what is birthing with this feminine. In the strength card, we have the Empress there. So it's interesting because both of these energies, the masculine and the feminine, have majors. For the feminine, the major is the strength card, which has the Empress. And for the masculine energy over here, they have this Chariot, which is the masculine, the Emperor. And we also have Cancer, Leo. Can I get one more, please? Thank you. And then we get the Emperor. Yeah. Yep. Okay. This feminine energy is definitely, I want to say, enjoying being self-focused because there's actually some hesitation to be open and receive here from this masculine energy. And again, that feels historical. because of their own past experiences or the past experiences with this Emperor energy. So they are just staying self-focused. And I want to say even like keeping their energy withdrawn from the Emperor, from this masculine energy. So some trust. There's some trust stuff going on with this feminine in relation to this connection. Oh, Lord, focus. Maybe if I put my hands down, though. No? Please? Focus? Well, that's going to bother me. I'm sure that's bothering some of you. I want to get some cards in the shared connection, and then I want to start wrapping this up. Can you show me the emotional space for the shared connection? Queen of Pentacles, stability, being taken care of. I'll show you the cards close up since it's getting all blurry. Anything else for the shared emotional connection? Ooh! Wow! Seven of Swords. Oh, okay. Oh. We're going to get into it. I just want all the cards out. Page of Wands. Get two more, please. Temperance, beautiful. I was waiting for something like that to come through. And then one final for the shared emotional connection. Oh, the Nine of Swords. That fear and that anxiety. Okay, so let's look at this. So this is the shared emotional connection, meaning both parties are feeling this in their hearts as it pertains to this connection. With the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Swords, there's a Two of Swords energy here. So the awareness here of, oh my God, sorry, hold on. There we go. It's a little bit better, right? That's better. The Queen of Pentacles with the Seven of Swords, I feel like that is the apprehension on the side of the feminine here. I want to say there's this feeling of, again, I don't know if I could trust I don't know if I could trust this connection. I don't know if I could trust this energy. Again, I feel like something has happened historically. If it happened in this connection, they're saying the roles have flipped. So if this Seven of Swords took place in this connection, I want to say it was literally a difference of someone being open and someone not being open. Like this isn't like this masculine energy over here is ready to go. They're like ready to claim, ready to go in there, ready to say some shit, right? And some of you in the past, maybe that was you, feminines, right? And maybe it was not well received. Maybe they were like this, like no, back up, get away from me, whatever. You understand what I'm getting at? So yeah, there's definitely apprehension there on behalf of the feminine. So whether it happened in this connection or previously, that apprehension is here. But the Page of Wands and Temperance is what can offer balance here. And again, both parties are feeling this. So feminine, you know that you're apprehensive. So does the masculine energy. They know that you're also apprehensive, and maybe because of something they did or just because of your history. But the Page of Wands and Temperance, bringing that childlike play, right? There's that inner child, but it's the playful one. It's the adventurous one. That is healing here. Play is the healing medicine with you two. And I feel like there's something very special about it with the way it comes up between you two when it's allowed, is what I'm getting at. When it's allowed. When both parties participate, which also means being receptive, right? Temperance is the healing factor here, but then we have the Nine of Swords, concerns and worries that this can actually take place. Can this get pulled off or not? Feminines, as the Queen of Pentacles with the Seven of Swords, you also probably withdrew your energy a while ago, or very intensely to go into your own process. Okay? Both of you are aware of this, and both of you are feeling that. But also both of you are feeling that Page of Wands energy and how healing that can be in this connection, how harmonizing this can be in this connection. I'm not saying to ever go back to anyone that did you wrong or was abusive. You guys know how it is, you know, it's like, I don't think that needs to be said. I don't think that needs to be said. This just feels a little bit more like history, the past is affecting somebody, or what took place previously in this connection was a matter of someone was open and someone just wasn't so open, right? And so it's made the other party apprehensive. Okay, so that being said, let's take a look at how things are going to be aligning in the physical, because this is just the emotional factor. As the energy stands now, how is this connection aligning in the physical? As the energy stands now, how is this connection aligning in the physical in the near future? Which again is always subject to change because of free will. We see how everyone feels here. Let's see how everyone's going to act. Let's see how everyone's going to be behaving with each other in the near future here. Again, sorry about the focus. I think it's just because there's so many cards on the table now. It's having trouble. There's really nothing I can do about it. I don't have it's not a fancy camera. King of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. So as much as this masculine energy is like ready to go, there's something they need to see here with the King of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. Can I get a clarification on the Hanged Man, please? It's like a stall. Hangman comes out when we are on pause. But the pause could be feminine's your process, right? Oh. Oh. Again with the aqua vibes, we have the star. This is clarifying the Hanged Man. So again, this masculine energy already has the knowing. So that's not actually what needs to be seen. They don't. So they're saying it's not about the masculine seeing anything because they already know. It's a matter of alignment. That's why the star is out here clarifying the Hanged Man. It's a matter of alignment. So when the feminine energy is receptive, when the feminine energy becomes receptive, that's what this is. King of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles, true pair on the board here. Anything else about how this connection is aligning to the physical in the near future? Wait, where are you? The Lovers. We love seeing that. Gemini energy. The Lovers is about alignment. Alignment and making big life decisions. Also spiritually guided relationships. Wow. Wow. High Priestess. So again, this is fascinating. I think this is representing how the tables have turned. It's like this masculine energy is ready. This feminine energy is not. And I think that it was reversed in the past for a lot of you. But with the Lovers and the High Priestess is kind of being within. It's right. It's being in that like inner world connected to your intuition, right? And gaining access to information that you couldn't have access to before. But in accordance to alignment and making decisions here, yeah, this is about the feminine moving into alignment with this to be in a receptive state. Oh, look, and it finally cleared up. As I said that too, it finally cleared up, and look where it landed too with the Seven of Swords right there. Anything else about how this connection is aligning in the near future as the energy stands now? Wow, Ten of Pentacles. Oh, that's really nice. We did get a little glimpse of the Ten of Pentacles channeling wise with this connection in relation to this masculine energy. I just keep getting they like responsibility. I don't know, something very like kind of endearing about that. Maybe it's my inner Cappy liking that. Such an earth sign thing. Such an earth sign thing. Ten of Pentacles is about legacy. It's about the long term. It is about future stability and for generations to come. Again, it's really on the feminine at this point of being ready and receptive and open to this. And also I want to say too, I know we're at the end of the reading, maybe I should have said it earlier, just because I'm using phrases like feminine and masculine, this does not have to be a twin flame reading. I just really want to, like, I get it. I so get it. And I understand, you know, if that's your journey, that's your journey. But I'm speaking to a lot of people, and these are energies that we work with in the collective that have nothing to do with that, you know? So if that language turns you off, I'm sorry. I know it's so part of the programming at this point. But if you are in that kind of connection, you're resonating with this, that makes me happy to hear too, that this message is supportive for you. But for those who are like, you're not sure because the language I'm using, it doesn't have to be that, okay? Anyway, just coming back, just a little PSA. But anyway, feminine energies, there is there, this is like really nice actually. With the Star, Lovers, and the Ten of Pentacles, that's future oriented, that's stability, that's long term, that's commitment, that's alignment. Um, that's beautiful. But again, feminines, it's about you just being open to that. Dare I even say, believing that. This masculine energy with the Star card and the Hanged Man, they already know. They already know who you are to them. They already know what they want, and they want you, and they want to lay claim to this connection in that way. The alignment just needs to be right, right? Both parties open. Any final messages of how this connection is aligning? Interesting. Queen of Swords. Tell me why the Queen of Swords is here. How this connection is aligning in the near future. Page of Swords. A lot of swords coming in here. Tell me about the Queen of Swords and the Page of Swords. For how this energy is aligning. Ooh. Oh. That's what that is? Oh. Okay, I'll show you guys the bottom in a minute. It's a real account. But we have Queen of Swords, Page of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. I feel like there's actually both of your energies. This is also speaking to the fact that like things are not fully in alignment yet, but they're landing. So they've landed here on the masculine side, and they're just waiting to land on the feminine side here. Once the feminines finish with their process. But anyway, when we have in tarot, I just always keep my eyes peeled when you have two queens or two kings showing up near each other, because it means two people are operating in energies that are the same. And so it can create a little bit of like a stagnancy, or it can create a little bit of a conflict sometimes, more so when you have like two kings versus two queens, because two queens means two people are like really withheld, or they're really, taking their, like they're sitting essentially, right? Because feminine energies are receptive. So it's like there's no one taking action here, right? We have someone that wants to, but they're hitting that Hanged Man because they're waiting for alignment on behalf of the feminine energy in this connection. So what I'm seeing here is one energy that is maybe a little in their head, but I want to say more discerning than anything. But they are also with the Page of Swords, with the Queen of Wands. I feel like they are trying to think of like what can I say here? What, like, it's like almost like formulating words, like trying to like maybe even like writing out a text message or an email, or like preparing words is what I'm getting in relation to this Queen of Wands, which I feel like is the feminine energy here. But this also is feeling a little bit like watching the feminine too. Just to gauge, like, is the Hangman still here? Yeah. Is the Hangman still here? Yeah. Are they still kind of closed? Okay. It's that kind of vibe. But I also like some people are like, what's the best way to say this? What's the best way to say that? Again, preparing for the moment. But the bottom cards, I have to say, were really, really nice. So we have Eight of Wands, which is communication, travel, movement. Eight of Wands will be coming out a lot, I think, during this Mercury retrograde, just because it is Mercury Sagittarius and Mercury Leo. It's that Mercury fire. So just don't be surprised if this comes out a lot, especially in reverse for those who read reversals. But Eight of Wands with the Chariot. Where did we see the Chariot before? On the masculine side here. But again, this is movement. This is action. Eight of Wands is actually like inevitable action, unless it's like being delayed by like Mercury retrograde, right? Which we got a little delay going on here. But Eight of Wands with the Chariot, with the Six of Pentacles. This is actually, I'm going to lay this down here. This is taking action in a way that where we can give and take, where we can receive, where there's to offer balance. To offer give and take, to offer balance, could even be generosity. Some of you, there may be a little bit of an exchanging of a gift, or maybe this masculine is thinking, oh, maybe I should actually just offer something, and that will get the ball rolling. Some of you, that's the case. But then we have the Queen of Pentacles, right? Queen of Pentacles here, wanting to move toward, oh my God, I can't speak. Wanting to move towards this Queen of Pentacles to exchange energy with them and to offer balance. And the Two of Cups, right? Soul to soul connection. We already kind of knew that with the nature of the energies in this reading. And then we got the Queen of Cups. Love. Love and emotions going on there. I feel like this is really emphasizing just like the level of heart energy and emotion that this masculine is like feeling in this connection here. Okay. We also have the Magician And then we have the world. Oh, look at that. The Knight of Swords coming out again after the world card. So again, this is a masculine that's like ready to take things past a threshold. The world is also a threshold card because it's about massive completions. And feminines, you kind of had this energy on your side anyway with the dead end and the ring, right? Completions, completions, completions. This masculine's ready. They want to come in and move this beyond into a new experience with you and to talk to you, to actually communicate it with words out of their mouth in relation to Eight of Pentacles with the Emperor of what they want to do here, what changes they want to make with you, how they want this dynamic to change, to shift, how they want to put energy into this. Again, lay claim is how this is coming through here. But it is all about alignment, is all about timing, and when the energy is right. And feminines, when you're ready, you'll be ready. But I guess this also is wanting to be, this reading wants to happen, or at least come out to also kind of nod at you feminines that wherever you're at in your process, when you're ready to receive, that's when things can unfold. If this isn't a connection you even want. Again, I see apprehension on your end here. Doesn't mean you don't want it. This feels more like, again, the past having an influence on you, which again only makes sense, right? Whether this masculine reacted in a way before that was not open, right? Or it's just a pattern or something you experienced in the past and it's made you apprehensive to open and trust. Totally makes sense. But if you want this connection, or you want to progress this connection, the key is through play. Laughter and play is the best medicine here. Okay? All right, guys, I'm going to bounce. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading, and I will see y'all laters, okay? Take care.